I have one battery, that 3 step of battery full with a long antenna.
Wow. And how is the signal there?
It can come and go by. It can come and go by.
Okay. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
Listen to the conversation. The conversation you already talk. You see that for higher contaminate them.
Untimely death.
That English, unless I go to school for that one.
Okay, go ahead.
You see the people, that police people. The other time, my bello and myself will can't enter. We can't enter. That police people, the two regulars. The police people luckless.
The police people are?
They're luckless.
They're luckless. They're reckless. Okay.
They can't understand people. We can't. My brother moto, a car, a register, a got paper, a got document, everything. We can't have the small low over the car. To la play what they got plenty rubber. They got plenty rubber on the road.
Okay.
We can't reach to la play. We can't see the people. The policeman. We can't read the policeman asking my brother for driving license. My brother get a driving license. It's a while the man pull a low for over the car. The test say you not get right to pull it. You get somewhere to pull it low. Small low. I think far back of pepper with some nyama. We talking. So me I said that for law. I said I want to go tell the mayor. I said my uncle like Joseph Bakale person. Let me go talk to the mayor. One time I go say I said my knee Joseph Bakale fire. Hey, the policeman gets there. You say, why I can't talk? You don't listen to me, say again, get there, take the man license. You go inside the car. You talk to him and say, no, listen, go straight inside the car. You go inside, lock the car, the engine beat you. That's where make people hands cold. Where the broken. You open the door, your hand cold. You go inside and lock it.
Oh, the air conditioner. You put the AC on.
Echo this one. You put the echo this one on. That echo this one do. I go over the door to open it. The cold come from inside the car catch me. I said, inside the car cold like the element inside. It's a lucky man though. I lucky the door. So the people can understand. Do Latin they can also.
But Tamao, the papa, you think the police they test a job or where to go kill the policeman?
I'm talking sometimes not correct, but look policemen there. They can't understand people. They can't talk. You want to talk to them, they never understand you. I said Biango.
Okay.
I said Biango. Look people there, they're not correct.
Okay.
You see that time, summer time, door time, policemen arrest you, you pack it. A car is inside a car or ask you for driving license. You give it to them. They say, look, if I know, they say me, the thing I do, I want you. Don't do it again.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You see, but the police people they say after that their money they want.
Okay.
That car where the people get inside the cold.
Thank you.
I want to make them mistake.
Okay.
The upper this one.
Okay. Thank you.
I swear the let me eat all. Don't put them. They're not correct.
Okay. Let me talk to Sekou for.
President, the elections is 4 years away. And I think that's part of what's causing all of this noise with the CPP and with our partisans and all of this emotion. And we need to focus on the senatorial race, which is 2020. That's close. You know, 2020 comes before 2023. Let's figure out how we can work together to win most of the Senate, to get the right people in the legislature. Because I can yell and scream all I want. You all listening can yell and scream all you want. It doesn't matter. The legislature is where the authority is to provide a check and balance. Let's focus on that. Let's focus on solutions to the Liberian people's problems, etc., etc. What I'll also say to you, though, and this question in some ways is unfair, and it's part of a narrative that is being perpetuated by some people. When you go into a football tournament or basketball tournament or kickball tournament, right? You don't go into the tournament saying you want to come in runner-up, you want to come in second. Nobody does. You know, we got the county meet coming up in December here in Liberia. I'm sure no county team as they're practicing now, as they're getting ready, saying, gentlemen, or the kickball team, ladies, we want to come in second. That was goal, man. We want to come in second. Well, you know what? If that's their goal, they will not even get to the semifinals. My experience in life is you want to shoot for the top, and if you don't get to the top, you deal with it at that point in time. You settle, you compromise, you make trade-offs, right? But if I started my work life saying, oh, I just want to keep my job, I just want to become a manager, and I would just be happy to become a manager, I would not have risen to where I've risen. And this debate about second, third, let me say to people now, let's just forget it. That is nonsense, right? Everybody in the CPP should be striving to be the number one. We'll come up with a process that makes that determination. Again, if that process is free, fair, transparent, we sign up to it, and whatever the outcome is, we will support the outcome of that process. But I'm not going to go into a tournament wanting to come in second or third. I'm sorry. I've lived for 40 years. I've had a lot of experiences, and I've seen people who, before they even start the match, they settle and they lose. And so let's put that question aside, please. That is not relevant today. That is not relevant today.
Food said we put our water said we drink. And when I want to pray about
what was the arrangement, or how did he get here?
We don't know. They said
What did they promise you?
No, they sell food on the ground. They sell food on the ground.
Did you eat?
On the ground. No.
Did you drink?
No. Absolutely no. So we can this money. We put anything in our mouth. Y'all whole thing there. The whole thing is 17. Nothing getting anybody's mouth. No food and water getting in our mouth. So they took off on District 17 to come and to take part in the program, and we accept it because of why? Because they want to talk to us. They said, oh, you want the ground, free everything there to be part of it. But since we enter the ground, we almost about close to 700 human beings that come from that side. But one food I get in our mouth as I'm speaking to you, the whole thing. This is our chicken that brought up. This is our food that brought up. Food said we put in our mouth, water said we drink. And when I want to pray about
what was the arrangement, or how did he get here?
We don't know. What
did they promise you?
No, they sell food on the ground. They sell food on the ground.
Did you eat?
On the ground. No.
Did you drink?
No. Absolutely no. So we can this money. We put anything in our mouth. Y'all whole thing there. The whole thing is 17. Nothing getting anybody's mouth. No food and water getting in our mouth.
Even when it calls for him to dance with the devil, he will do it. This time around, we implore him to say, even his extended relative, Mr. Seto or Lucifer, can be appointed at the National Election Commission. Mr. Parker, we can say to you, he will not stay in our office 1 minute after 2020, after 2029, October 10. Now 1 minute. Anything falling short of that, he will be a citizen of the cemetery. We're going to show you that. Now 1 minute, he can stay.
That's why you have to protect it. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen.
Shit. And that's what Mr. Parker said. Even when he calls for him to dance with the devil, he will do it. This time around, we implore him to say, even his extended relative, Mr. Seto or Lucifer, can be appointed at the National Election Commission. Mr. Parker, we can say to you, he will not stay in our office 1 minute after 2020, after 2029, October 10. Now 1 minute. Anything falling short of that, he will be a citizen of the cemetery. We're going to show you that. Now 1 minute, he can spend that. We respect that, and he knows that fully well, that the Liberian people are prepared to fight more than ever before. You can do this. You can put your biggest troop. You can think about people out there in our country. You can go to bed. That Mr. Parker will not spend 1 minute if God spared his life and give him good health. 1 minute after October 10, 2029, Mr. Parker will not spend it in that position as a president. he would probably be referred to as an ex-president of the Republic of Liberia, and then he will have an opportunity to face the Liberian people and to be accountable for his stewardship.
I'm coming to you. Wait, okay, what is your name? What did Baga do? Yaga Koluba. Baga was here in one day. Papa said, Yaga Koluba, you are taking me. So Yaga Koluba, I'm happy to run a champion. When you run a champion, anything Yaga Koluba said, Yaga Koluba said, my men a champion are coming wrong for you. You not yet to go through and Liberian people. So the thing that you say you will do it, you say Yaga Koluba said, yes, you will do it. And now Yaga Koluba won't betray. Yaga Koluba won't betray. He betray Yaga Koluba. So when Yaga Koluba crossing you, you are not the thing that you talk. You forsake yourself when Yaga Koluba crossing you. When Yaga Koluba crossing for you, you are to know a lot of things Yaga Koluba. So today, man, and you don't even say about Yaga Koluba for that, and I'm going to run for Yaga Koluba there. You know when I move for Duala, you move for all the way to go, just to take the ball for Yaga Koluba. You love to hear you go for Yaga? Yes. For who, Bene? Because Yaga Koluba and the one that is talking to you was. So you might tell you to do Yaga Koluba because a budget. By the way, Yaga can be talking to the president. It's not a good thing. Okay, when let you go for Palma, go for Joe. Yes. They're happy. So my mother, your mama happy to you. When you are not going to betray Yaga Koluba or betray the Liberian people and lie to them, Yaga Koluba are not coming crossing. You understand? You are telling them about Yaga Koluba. You go for Yaga Koluba there, you say that on the line. You go for Yaga? Yeah, just get there. They don't just want to Yaga Koluba for them. You don't want to go to Yaga Koluba for them. They see that they do for them for Yaga Koluba. They don't forget about Yaga Koluba. Anything good for Paul, good for John. Tell yourself, Papa, the way you not tell the country, they corrupt. You say you are going to take corruption from the country. Now you're coming and more corrupt from me. People die every day. You said the president probably is the most corrupt from you. Coming down, you not try it. You not stand here. And not down with your God because you can't get the whole thing. You are one brother because my nephew, nothing because you not pretend. You stand my husband, no job, never have seen the lesson. Never say you're not coming and say we pay you. We pay you. So you're not going to come rescue, you can't kill her. Your husband was working before? Yes. How many your husband was working? My husband was working there. City Hall? No. And the telling you are open there. So then they repeat to me. He said you were not there. They made an EPS? Yes. Okay. He said you were not there. You went. He put everybody there. And when you put it there now, you pay them on go. He never did nobody. He never did suffer with suffering. You suffer and forget about Yaga Koluba. Papa, Yaga Koluba will not talk to you. Then you forget about Yaga Koluba. Now I want to know my day when we said you go away. Then you forget about Yaga Koluba. Anything I do for me, my people for the other person. Then you do Yaga Koluba. Who the one or they will want you. Our sister will go to take Yaga Koluba from them. Now you know what. They are not doing Yaga Koluba in our house. Okay. All right, we're coming to anything you want to say for now before we leave you. Thank you so much. Yaga Koluba agree. They must forget about Yaga Koluba because they know what's going on. Only some are going to start work on it. Some want to go to start work on it. You want they because of America. Now ever that woman. You not see woman protesting with her. Now what will come to one woman to Yaga Koluba protest? Yes. We are deaf to go. You tired. You know, see, because some are so corner, so they rest our corner, they do our own day. And the time the other police make they won't be our out advance. You can't continue for it. Tell you to forget about Yaga Koluba, eh?
I hope when the right budget comes, we will give the EFL more money. Guinea is stronger than us militarily. They have between 12 to 30,000 personnel. They have 7 aircraft. They have armored vehicles. They have a navy with boats. Our AFL, no, this is to the journalists, you can Google all of this.
Order, man, protein, order.
You can Google all of this.
Order, man, protein. Order. Listen.
What I'm saying. The 4 million we have given them is the right step. Adequate. We need to give them more money. I hope that when we discuss the budget in December, we will double the AFL budget going forward so that they can recruit. We are a mere 2,000 military. So, come on, man. We have to do that. That's that. Now, the second issue I want to talk about is the issue of the volunteer teacher.
The important thing is that, for the record, our military information is not on the internet. So the information provided by Honorable Connor is not true. Thank you.
That's a lie. It's public information. It's on the internet. I can prove
We asked you to clarify one issue. You went back to another TV. Said I'm almost out.
There's always a place where the law has checked buster. My take is for the respect for the rule of law. Look, Article 38 of the Constitution says each house shall adopt its own rules of procedure, enforce order, and with the concurrence of 2/3 of the entire membership, may expel a member for cause. Each house shall establish its own committees and subcommittees, provided, however, here is where I want to emphasize. All rules adopted by the legislature shall conform to the requirements of due process laid down in this Constitution. That all rules adopted by the legislature shall conform to the requirements of due process laid down in this Constitution. And said due process laid down in each house. Each house don't have their own due process. What would determine that? But in my mundane view, no. Due process was not accorded. Let me make it clear. In defense of Yeke. The only thing I won't do, I got no moral standing to criticize Yeke for causing us. Because when Yeke was causing other people, we rewarded him with re-election. I got no moral standing. I didn't carry to all one anger. But to deal with Yeke or anybody in the legislature, any lawmaker, rely that Article 38 that you rely on to do your own rule and enforce order, it gives you a consequential guidance. You must do it in keeping with due process. That is the due process that you determine, that the due process laid down in this Constitution. That's what Article 38 concludes with. When you want to do administrative disciplinary action on a member, or even holding somebody from outside with contempt, where you can find them, you can send them to jail, where the liberty, constitutional, fundamental right to liberty, freedom will be affected, that person is entitled to due process of law. And that due process of law is not determined by the rules of the legislature. It's determined by the council. It's determined by the
It's Monday, the day after Sunday, and the day before Tuesday. The day that everybody wakes up early in the morning to say, well, I have to get going. You wake up in the morning, you're ready to start a brand new week. And so I like to say happy happy new week. Today is Monday, the 4th of May, AD 2026. And this is how I'd like to say good morning and welcome to the Kear Morning Show right here on 95.9. And of course, I'm here to say good morning to our love people, loving and beloved, esteemed followers and listeners. Today happens to be a very wonderful day, and I'm going to share something with you people very special. Yeah, very, very special. I'm going to share with you. It says, give the flower to the man while he's alive. Oh yes, I'm trying to get something straight up just for a bit. But yes, it promises to be good this morning. Where is it? So yes, So, folks, indeed, it's a wonderful thing to be here. You know, like I've always said, we never get or stop, talking. We continue to talk. And so this morning, I want to remember something. I want to remember something, and few individuals, and then some wonderful moments I want to remember this morning. And so yes, today is the 4th of May. What is this? What's going on? What's going on? 1 minute, please. Something is not right. Something not right. Draft. Yeah. What is this? 1 minute, folks. Yeah. Something not seen right here. I don't know what is happening, but let me go back. I want to do something. Yes. Yeah. It seems okay, but I will get it on later on. So today is the 4th of May, and it is a very special day, right? It's a special day, as a matter of fact, and it's a moment that I want to share with you. Couple of issues we've had to talk about, as a matter of fact. Couple of issues we have to talk about on the show this morning, and so what is happening? There seem to be some things that are not right here. Let me try this way. I want to upload some things, but something doesn't seem right here. Oh my God, let me see. The internet. So it's May 4th, and it is on this day at an institution. Today, Rare Power FM. Many of you may know Rare Power FM, Virginia Communications Incorporated, up Rare Hayfield in District 17. And I started, that's the institution I started my entire career, from. I started there as a DJ or announcer, continuity announcer on a pro bono basis. And I was just there volunteering, my services there at the institution. And with no doubt, Red Power FM remains one of the greatest media institutions in our country, owing to the fact that top journalists you see today and you hear their voices, on the radio, behind the microphone, you see them today making airwaves. They came from Rare Power FM. A whole lot of us, some of whom I can't, names I can't remember now, but a whole lot. And we started there at Rare Power. For me, let me say it for myself, right? I remember during the campaign, the 2017, campaign, the elections. It was tough, and it wasn't easy. The campaign was all, but I was only playing in a nightclub as a DJ, right? This jockey going from one. I had a club that I was playing to in St. Paul Bridge then. You call Plan B, and then later on it changed. So started promoting Liberian music in the various clubs that I played in. And there was this friend of mine, a brother, who today now is he has transitioned into government, and he is now the communications director at the the Bureau of State Enterprises, Melvin Dagoze. And so I got to know him, and then we started being friends later on, and we started getting cool along because from the club. And Melvin, being a very good friend, wonderful brother at that, I explained to him. He said, "But man, you can play. I mean, I like your style. You're very good." I said, "Okay, thank you." And so he said, "Well, do you want to? Do you have any plans of getting on the radio?" I said, "Oh yes, I really do want to get on the radio. In fact," he said, "But have you been to any radio station before?" And I said, "No, man, I haven't been to any station." He said, "Okay, so, but we can do something." I said, "Well, no problem." And so I started hearing about Rare Power FM. I've had a dream that one day I will play, I will definitely get on the radio. It had always been my dream of, going on the radio. I've listened to many stations. So Melvin took me. This is Melvin Dagoze on the screen. Fellow Liberians, I'm giving today, the reason I'm doing this morning is because it is Rare Power's 11th anniversary, May 4. Today is their 11th anniversary. And owing to the fact that I am one of the products of Rare Power FM, I'm coming. Okay, so owing to the fact that I'm one of the products, so this brother you see today is also his birthday, Melvin Dagoze, and so they call him Mr. Classic. So he held my hand. He said, "Just do your letter, and come." So I just did the letter, and he held my hand and took me to Rare Power FM. And I got there, but then the acting manager was Obediah Johnson. He's now at Front Page Africa. And so Melvin held my hand and took me to Rare Power FM. This brother, a very wonderful brother, wonderful gentleman. He remained a brother and a friend. We have gone beyond friendship now. Yes. So Melvin held my hands and took me to Rare Power FM. But then he was the director of programs, radio and programs, and he also controlled the entertainment platform there called Entertainment World. Those of you in Virginia, in Broadview now, you're in District 17 listening. And by that time, my name was DJ Black Indian. I was DJ Black Indian by the time in a club and playing. So he took me there and he introduced me to Obediah Johnson. And then I met Eloshus Chie. There I met, by the time Obed GIBAH had left. So I met Eloshus Chie, I met Moses Scully, I met Obediah Johnson, Lawrence Kamara, and a whole lot of other people I met there. Joe Jackson, Coach GIBAH, you know. And then when I went there, Melvin, took me and placed me behind the board, just like this, the council board in studio. He said, my man, this is the board. I already had the mindset, but I needed to learn. So I waited. He said, Jeff, the way you talk in the club, you don't talk like this here in studio, on the radio. The songs you play in the club, they're different from the songs. Those that sing song, but the way you play, there are certain songs you don't play, and there are certain words you don't use. I said, oh, okay, Chief, thank you. So, he gave me the confidence then. He said, you can make it. The very first day I sat behind the radio, this is, not behind the radio, but behind the microphone. This is me, and this is Rare Power FM studio you see on the screen. Those of you watching on KCNTV now, that's me there, Jefferson WEAH. And this picture was taken in 2018. Rare Power founded in 2015. May 4, they were established 2015. So 3 years after I went there. So this is a day in studio. That's me you're seeing there. And that's the studio. The mixer, you see how it was then. Yeah, back then. And so I was just an announcer at that time. Just an announcer. Different photos, right? Different photos. And so Melvin put confidence in me. And he said, Jeff, you can make it. This is Rare Power FM 100.3. And so I started there as a DJ. But as time went by, one day Obadiah Johnson called me in studio, in his office. He said, Jeff, come. He gave me he said, come with in fact, he had the file in his hand already. And he gave me a new file, the news file. He said, this is the news file. And these are the scripts. So you can read, right? I said, yes, I can read. He said, okay. So you will take one script and you read just 3 paragraphs. You're going to do the summary. You do 3 paragraphs. Do it right in front of me. And I'm not praising myself or Melvin and others who listened that day, including Moses Scully, the news director then. Moses Scully, this man. Moses Gapi Colley, this man you see on the screen. A very good big brother. Moses Scully, and he was the news director then. And then I took the file and the script and I read. The first paragraph I read, and Obadiah Johnson said, stop. He asked, which station you were with? I said, no, this is my first station. I haven't worked with any media institution. He says, no, it's not you. I said, yes, this is, in fact, I've not read news before. He said, wow. And so 5 minutes, the news time, 10 o'clock in the morning, just after the morning show, and I sat on the radio and I read that day. I didn't know that there were people listening to me. But when I left, and everybody, the calls were coming, not to me, but to the management then. Immediately, I was recommended to be placed on schedule, and I started reading with this great man. By that time, to read with people like this, you must be very strong. That's why you see sometimes when we're talking, the new folks coming into the media, you got to be patient. Then, it wasn't easy to read with people. You got to be very strong for you to even get in the studio. It must be the grace and perhaps your effort, maybe. So I started reading the major news, the morning news, the evening news, the afternoon news. And, because I played a lot and I started running entertainment platform, but I gained interest now in the news. And so I started. But by then, I didn't know how to write, how to write news scripts and what have you, to go get the stories and can't do everything. So I didn't know all about that. But Moses Scully started to help me. Aloysius Chi as well. He started to help me, to write news. And thanks to Aloysius and Moses. And this is the owner of the station, you see. His name is Mr. Abraham Carlison Sisse. It's called ABCC in District 17. A very great man. Thanks to ABCC for at least allowing some of us to be where we are today. I started my career as a journalist at Rare Power FM. And on this May 4, 2026, I'm saying thank you to Moses Scully, thank you to Obadiah Johnson, to Melvin Dagosa, who held my hand and took me there. Thank you to this man, Abraham Sisse, for allowing people to explore, young people. We went there and we proved ourselves. Today, I can sit behind the microphone. I can analyze, and people can listen to me and they believe in the things that we do here. So this station, Rare Power FM, turns 11 years on today. There are not only me, there are other people, Matthias, Dafa, Matthias, Lamendi, my man, OBED, GIBAH as well, the late Fidel City, peace be to his arches, and a whole lot of them, a whole lot of people. So this institution you see on the screen here is Rare Power FM 100.3. Happy 11th anniversary to Rare Power FM. Lee Monju were all there. Lee came and Lee met me there, and later on we started to explore. We said, well, I think we can move, maybe try to move and advance ourselves and move in front. And that's how we came to town. Went to Prime FM. Lee and I were at Prime FM, later ABC Radio. And here I am today at Kear Radio. And so it's just a moment of reflection to say, gratitude. Because who knows? There were no media institutions even thinking about me. But if Melvin Dagosa took me and said, my man, come. And I went there, everybody opened arms and we worked together. And today I am here as one of, emerging talk show hosts. It is grace, and thank God to ABCC, thanks to the Rare Power FM family, all those who contributed. I'd like to say happy 11th anniversary to Rare Power FM, Darlington, Jack Wilshire Freeman. So my colleague Obed GIBAH has joined me. Obed has joined me. And so let me bring him on this morning. Obed, good morning. You just met me and I was, talking about our institution, where we came from. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Liberians. It's good to be here after the weekend. And what a great way to be on the program this morning. I'd like to say to all of you who are following us, thanks so much for joining us. And Jeff just placed it right. Congratulations to the Rare Power FM family. Situated there in Virginia. A long history about that institution that empowered and implored young people, brought back and gave voice to veterans. When I got in contact with Mr. Sisse's son, Sekou Sisse, who is now in the United States, and then he started encouraging me that, okay, I think you need to see my dad, and at the end of the day, we can do this and that. So I started coming closer to Mr. Sisse, and then we made a proposal to him about the radio, and he said, yes, we can work around that. Let's see. He did not 100% consent because he wanted to be sure of what the establishment looks like and how, because that's an investment also. And so fast forward, connected him to folks in terms of equipment. How do we get it? From the foundation of Rare Power, I was the one who did everything. We constructed the building that hosted the institution. It was a flat top. And then I ran after all of the documentation with the government of Liberia through MICA, the Liberia Business Registry, down to the LTA. And then we brought in the equipment for Italy. And at the end of the day, we installed Patrick Owuzu, Jusu Sanor, a lot of other great technicians came in. And then while the radio was going on, then he said, what do? We need to give attraction to Virginia. So there were several recommendations. Princess Hawagu. They said, let's bring back old voices, veterans on the radio that will attract a lot of people. Yes, it was very much capital intensive to have brought back veterans on the radio, those who worked for several institutions, bringing them back to Virginia outside their comfort of Monroeville, Central Monroeville to be specific, was a very huge tax.
Yeah.
And so, Obed, what do we do? So we sat and talked, we look out, and then I told him, let's look for George Tower Kelly since he's in Virginia. And then I was that eager to become the manager that, we established it, let me be manager.
Yeah.
Yes. So at the time I came from D15 radio and talking drum, I had small knowledge, but we needed someone with the voice and the face to bring attraction to the radio. And so he said, okay, let's look for Kelly. Let's look for Mr. George Kelly. And then we got in contact, we drove around his place. We're actually going to Virginia, Mr. C said, all right. And then when we stopped around, I said, okay, this is George Tower Kelly's place. Fast forward, we brought him on board and he recruited a lot of people. He brought Marlon Johnson, he brought Edward Kennedy, he brought Matthias Daffa, Eldrick Thomas. I was also on the team, and then a whole lot.
Labendi.
Yes, no, Labendi came in later on and joined us when we already started. Fidel City came on board, and then there was a huge and crack team. Moses Colley as well. It was a very huge and crack team of professionals. Everybody knew what they were doing. And then was that a space for growing people up. Even announcers were qualified. At the time, you have the veterans taking on the space, talk shows, news, announcing, and everything was in tight. When we started, the first newscast brought huge attention to Red Power FM.
Imagine.
Yes.
Gurus.
On the news. Yeah, I remember that morning, Edward Kennedy and Matthias Daffa casting the news from different good radio stations and coming on. Voices you haven't heard for long. They sang the news. So in the media profession, when the person is good, say the person is singing the news.
Yeah.
So they sang the news that morning. It was wonderful that God Mr. Sese walked from his house strictly to the radio station. It was all laughter and handshake and everything in the station went on. That's how Rare Power got its attraction from the public. The night we put the radio on just to play music, the entire District 17, they were all glued to that radio. And then what we did, we asked people to just go around the community. At the time, District 17 had nothing relatively.
Certainly,
I remember before DJ Blue had a radio station where he came from. Not a radio station, but a studio.
Yeah, it was a
musical studio. That was the only thing in District 17 where the library artists used to go in.
Yeah, around a better work content. Yeah,
very well.
Virginia.
So now, when we brought the voice, that was the official and original voice of District 17 that went beyond far and wide. The radio station frequency was so big, powerful. We're standing towards parts of Freetown. Not Freetown, but Stellium. Yeah. So yeah, it was great, and then you have people coming on board. It's just all intended to, like you said, give flower to Mr. Abraham Sese. Abraham Kalisan Sese will forever remain in our hearts.
Yes, man.
For his role played. We learned a lot. Some of us learned from our big brothers in the profession. And then we learned to share the stage with our big brothers in the profession as well. Imagine we had dialect announcers, we have French announcers, we had a whole lot. The news was up to the tax. You had people, and then later on, obviously, we have to move on. So, media practitioners, we have to
transition,
go, we have to move.
Explore.
Other people establish their own website, newspapers, and join other radio stations, other newspapers. So Mr. Sese was the man, not because he was contesting as representative, but because he wanted to empower people. He has left a mark on the lives of many Liberians, whether it's in his private company, his logistics, Steve Doring company, whether it's with his rubber company, whether it's with his clearing and foreign company. But Mr. Sese has empowered a whole lot. He empowered lots of Liberians,
Mm-hmm.
including us sitting in the studio now,
yeah.
working for Mr. Christopher Kear and the Liberian people. We continue to do what we know how to do best. But yes, we'd like to say happy 11th anniversary. It takes a media entity to move on 11 years. There are challenges, there are ups and downs, there are a lot of issues. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, the microphone remains strong, the microphone remains open, and creating the space for all to have their own time to talk. I remember this particular logo here.
Yeah.
I told a friend, Makwa was the one who did this logo for the radio station. Kojo, Proxy Kojo, who ran the TV when he came for Ghana New Day. We were like in the same apartment together. And I said, "Oh, my man, the radio." When I showed him the logo, he said, "No, you guys need something to upgrade. Let's do a logo." And that's how we designed this one as well. And then we had it on the website, we had an online radio, and a whole lot was going on as well. And so we'd like to say congratulations to Mr. Abraham Sisi. Those of you who are watching, the man you see there on the TV screen is Mr. Abraham Kalisan Sisi. The Kisi people call him Sai. Oh, they gave him a name. At the time when you had people suffering to make their way, he brought in a team from America, free service, medical service, a whole lot. I cannot explain him that he did to impact that district and young people within the district, scholarship, financial aid, personal aid, a whole lot. A whole lot. And I appreciate him for that. I'm not saying he's 100% perfect, but he's exceptional. Yeah. When it's not there, it's not there. It's there, it's there.
Yeah.
He's exceptional. And I think we need more people like these in our society to help the younger generation, to empower the older folks, and create that particular space for all. He had a radio, but allowed the journalists to do the job. He's not one CEO that will say, "I'm not one for on the radio." Oh, don't talk about it one. No, he's not. And I mean, he's a person who say, "You guys are the journalists. Do your best. I just want the best from you people."
Yeah.
And that went on. It went on and on for years. Today they are counting 11 years. I'm told that the station has relocated.
Yeah.
In the same area but different building. I like to say herself, the vision and aspiration of Rare Power continue to live on. Someone said, "Why are you guys doing this?" We're doing this because we came from this our alma mater. And
I know, right?
And we went through a lot of institutions as well, which we're gonna do that for them. We owe it to the media landscape in our country. Drawing into, we're going to run for the fast check segment shortly. Yeah. After the fast check segment, we'll talk to the vice president of the Press Union of Liberia.
Yes.
Today is the official program of the World Press Freedom Day. And that's why I came in my World Press Freedom t-shirt. There's the official shirt from the Press Union of Liberia for today. And the head of UNDP is the official speaker at that program in Kakata, Magibi County, where scores of journalists gathered last evening to celebrate. Yesterday was actually World Press Freedom Day, and today Liberia joined the world over to celebrate the World Press Freedom Day. Different reactions, different things we're going to talk about here on the program. Challenges we journalists are faced with, and sometimes benefits we also get. We can just continue talking about our challenges without talking about our successes as media practitioners. So sit with us, be with us. We got everything in stock for you. The former president George WEAH has opened up, and then at the King's FM program, we'll talk about that. A whole lot on the plate to also talk about on the program this morning. But let's run for the fast check segment. It's a regular feature right here on the radio, Kear 95.9, and right here on the Kear Morning Show. It's intended to debunk misinformation, disinformation, and also authenticate accurate information from newsmakers. Let's run for this segment to be back.
Good day, our wonderful listeners, and welcome to another edition of the Fact Check segment where we debunk disinformation and provide you with the verified facts of statements made online and on the radio. I am Siawe Miapo. Today we'll be fact checking claims made in the last couple of days. To begin with, on May 1, Senator Amara Kone, he claimed in a Facebook post that 52.9% of Liberians are multidimensionally poor, facing deprivations in health, education, and living standards. Senator Conan cited the 2024 Multidimensional Poverty Index as the source of his claim, while highlighting what he described as the hardships many Liberians face in feeding their families, educating their children, and accessing quality healthcare services amid challenges within the country's health sector. To verify this claim, we reviewed Liberia's 2024 Multidimensional Poverty Index report developed by the United Nations Development Programme and the University of Oxford. The MPI measures overlapping deprivations across three dimensions, thus health, education, and living standards, to provide a broader assessment of poverty beyond income alone. According to the 2024 MPI report, 52.3% of Liberia's population is multidimensionally poor. The report also notes that the estimate is based on Liberia's most recent publicly available survey data collected between 2019 and 2020. Based on these figures, we conclude that Senator Connor's claim is mostly correct. While the 2024 Global Multidimension Poverty Index confirms that more than half of Liberia's population is multidimensionally poor, the reported figure is 52.3%, not 52.9%. And finally, on April 29, the political leader of the Alternative National Congress, Alexander Cummins, he claimed on OK Money Watch that the government of Liberia allocated US $13 million to the agriculture sector in the original 2026 national budget. Cummins made the statement while arguing that despite agriculture being a key priority of the Boakai administration, the sector remains underfunded. To verify this claim, we reviewed the 2026 draft national budget, which represents the government's initial proposal. Our findings show that approximately US $13.6 million was allocated to the agriculture sector, supporting Cummins' claim. We also examined the approved 2026 national budget. Our review shows that the allocation to agriculture was later increased to US $14.9 million. Based on the review of the 2026 draft budget, we conclude that Cummins' claim that US $13 million was allocated to agriculture in the original draft budget is correct. However, the final approved budget reflects an increase to approximately US $14.9 million for the sector. This is all we have time for on the Fact Check segment. It is part of an MOU between Local Voices Liberia, OKFM, Prime FM, and Kear Radio to counter disinformation and help the public make informed decisions. This MOU is funded by the Liberia Media Empowerment Project, implemented by Internews with funding from the European Union. The funder or partner had no say in the electoral decision leading to the production of this Fact Check segment. We will be back with more fact check reports to help you know the real facts. But if you want us to fact check a particular claim, please send us a text or WhatsApp on 0778 986778 and we will check for you. Also follow us on Facebook at Local Voices Liberia, on Twitter at LVL Factcheck, and go to our website at www.localvoicesliberia.com. I am Siawe Meapu. Thanks for listening and have a wonderful day.
Okay. Okay, so yes, a regular segment here on the show, the fact check segment, and indeed it is what it is. And like Gobert said, a lot of things we have to talk this morning. Today is War Press Freedom Day, and of course, it was actually yesterday, but today is the official ceremony, the Indo program that is to be held in Kakata, Gibi County. And so, like Obert earlier stated, we're going to have a conversation with the vice president and of the PUL and Madam uh,
Beatrice
Sear, a very strong and powerful, female in the media who has had a long relationship with journalists and a clear understanding of what the media looks like.
Yeah, so the United Nations General Assembly declared May 3 of every year to be the World Press Freedom Day, and the day not just to celebrate journalists or so, but it's intended for free press. Sometimes you say the World Press Day, and it's observed all across the world to create awareness to the public about the importance of freedom of speech, freedom of the press, to remind the government of the day. And so international law is clear that journalists must be protected at all times. All times. It isn't sometime.
Yeah.
The journalists should be protected by all times, and by the same people the journalists are talking, criticizing or so. So it is a difficult moment. There are a lot of history about the media and government and a whole lot. But we continue to talk about these things. So the government must be able to carry out protection for media practitioners as they do their work freely without undue interference, fear or violence, harassment, intimidation, prosecution, or expulsion. So that's exactly what the government should do to protect freedom of speech, free press, so that the press can express freely, not personally.
Sure.
Right? Not with hate, not with something that will create instability in the country, but to talk the truth. If the press has an information that the government is corrupt and is stealing, and there is a clear evidence, we should be able to say that, oh, the president is stealing, the country corrupt, a government official stealing, and they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
It shouldn't give them the right to prosecute or to start going after you journalists, killing journalists in the night, depriving journalists of getting contracts and consultancy and other things. And then you put journalists on blacklist and say the other journalists will get well with them. We'll well they our men. We'll do this one because the people here will think it's critical, because the institution part will not listen to it. We're not saying any government official there because we think this one. No, we've gone through a whole lot, and remembering the World Press Freedom Day is a good thing. So maybe somebody will ask, why do we celebrate World Press Freedom Day? World Press Freedom Day is a good thing to celebrate, commemorating the falling of Berlin Wall and the end of the communist rule in Central and Eastern Europe. It started in 2001, and it was celebrated on November 9 as well. So a whole lot internationally to celebrate press freedom in our country. It is a whole good thing to celebrate the World Press Freedom Day as a reminder to the government and the need to respect the commitment to press freedom. So there are a lot of journalists in our country who've gone through a whole lot. Some parts of some journalists wrote publicly as well. I remember the late Zunu Miller.
Yeah.
He wrote publicly when he had some issue at the SKD. A whole lot of things happened. I remember Zise Bala was slapped on camera publicly when Simosin, remember the issue with the three missing boys and Simosin.
Yeah.
So Sese Bada had gone to record. I think he was working for Bush Chicky. There was an online website, and then Joshua During, the former 143 during the former administration, walked to him while he was trying to videotape one of the PSU officer who was beating on one of the protesters. It got him angry. He walked and slapped Sese Bada in the face. And then he threw the camera down, and there was a whole lot that happened. Recently, I remember your incident also, Jeff, in the Douala area when you are going to televise and say go live, where there was a police officer accused of doing something to a pregnant lady, right?
Yeah, city police officer.
City police officer. And at the end of the day, the only wrong you did was to go live there. That was the only wrong you did. There has been harassment of journalists, intimidation. When you talk and criticize the same people who go campaign, and say, "I will do this. I am the light. I'm the word of democracy. I'm the peace. I will bring justice. I will do this." When they finish making all that sweet more and people talk to the people when they want power, when they get to power and you try to document them, it becomes a problem. With all of the promises the government at the time in opposition made when they were campaigning against the CDC, when Central report comes out, all of them jitter. Because there are institutions that document what you say during campaign, and when you get to power, those institutions remind you that you say you'll do so and so project. Since you started a government of the project, only one you now implement, Mr. President, or only two you've implemented, then it becomes a problem. When journalists go on the radio and sincerely criticize these people who are working, you critique them for the job that they do and put their feet on the fire, you become an enemy. They don't talk to you. They don't call you. When you're in campaign mood, they call you. They lecture with you. You're all there on the phone. They come on your platform. You people have a conversation. When they get the power, it's a whole different thing. Those same things that were pleasant to them. When you talk today, they see it when you say, man, I fuck like I see people. They don't know what they're doing. But at the end of the day, there should be freedom of expression. I remember also one police officer, I posted and called him, and at the end of the day, he said, "No, this is wrong and this is that and blah, blah, blah." You know, they just try to intimidate you and do a whole lot. The several colleagues have been incarcerated in this country several times.
You too?
No, I haven't gone to jail because of that, but I've been to court several times, not just once, not twice. Several cases with different kind of people. I remember the former Solicitor General, Sereno Cephas, wrote my boss and asked me to come over to him for him to he can be complaining, he be defending, and he be judge at the same time. That I had his name on the radio and XYZ. I remember several other people. There was a guy from Mayango at the port, the free port of Monrovia. He took CP for someone. The lady went for money. He slapped her in her office. So when we went there, we said, "But how could you be so? I mean, that woman could be your mother. You should have been nice to her. What wrong did she do to give you something for CP?" And then he took my complaint to the scene very pure. And then we went there. I told you, I said, the only way I can say anything is for this man to apologize to that lady before the team of investigators, the Grievance and Ethics Committee at the PUL. So sometimes these people use power. They abuse power against the journalists. We all fought for this thing. To decriminalize free speech was fought for by the late Kamara A. Kamara. That's how Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and her government passed it into law to decriminalize free speech. That the journalists shouldn't be tried criminally because of their free expression. I remember during the time with everything that happened. But guess what? At the press, at the Ministry of Information, the people at the time during Madam Salif's administration, they were concerned about when this person said this, you come and also counter it with sense. But you don't go after them because they've expressed themselves freely. Free expression is also a pillar of good democracy. So if you don't want the media to express freely, and that's why I've been reading some documents in recent times, they're trying to arm twist the decriminalization of free speech. And if this is done under the Unity Party government, under President Bouakar's administration, it's going to be bad. Well, hearing about these things happening at the legislature, I know there'll be a strong statement today made by speakers at the PUL program, which is going to be starting at 9:30 this morning or so. So you allow the media practitioners to flow. Yes, we're not saying about it in the media, we're perfect. We got our own issues. But to have a strong media, you must allow the media to operate freely.
Sure.
The justice system must allow the press to move on freely. Sure. You newsmakers must allow the press to move on freely without intimidation. Stop harassing media practitioners. And that's why this World Press Freedom, they say it was on Sunday. Today we try to re-echo some of these things as well. So we'll see as to whether we can run to Qatar and speak with the Vice President of the Press Union of Liberia, the current Vice President, and I hope to talk to the former Vice President as well of the Press Union this day. What does it mean for all of us as well? But the Vice President of the Press Union of Liberia, Madam Beatrice C, is on the line. We'll talk to her shortly about activities surrounding World Press Freedom Day celebration. We started yesterday, the main day, while scores of journalists assembled in Kakata, Magibi County. Good morning, Madam. Welcome to Kear Morning Show.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great this morning. How's Kakata?
We're doing great. We are all up this morning, all energized and getting ready to start the parade.
Great. Yes, so just walk us through the itinerary of the day, please.
Okay, today we're going to be, we are getting ready, we are gearing up. Others are coming from Monrovia as we speak. We slept here, we had a social night last night, and then we have men, we have fantastic, energetic men and women. And we have the legs of Alfonso Tue, we have the legs of Samuel Fala. We have, just name it on and on. We have counselors in the building. So this morning we all be gathering to start the parade from the police station in Kakata to the Kakata Town Hall, where we will have the indoor program. And then after the indoor program, where we will have our keynote speaker, the UNDP representative, that's the coordinator. And then after during the indoor program, we have a panel discussion. And then after that, we have entertainment and then a soccer tournament between the police and that of the media. And then on tomorrow, and tonight will be a social night. And then on tomorrow, we have the media and police engagement, where the police IG, Commander Gregory Kuma, will be here to speak to the media.
So that's tomorrow night?
Yeah, tomorrow in the day, tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, okay.
Yeah.
Great. All right. What is this year's theme of World Press Freedom Day as the President of Liberia joined the world over to celebrate this great day?
Okay, as we join the world to celebrate this great day, we'll be looking at advancing press freedom for human rights and development. Because we're still fighting for this freedom of speech and expression. Yes, too, it comes with consequences, but we're still fighting for it. This is something that we cannot just do away with. The press should not be stopped from reporting. They should not be intimidated from reporting. So we're still fighting with it, and we do believe that we will overcome one day.
Okay, let's leave you to go and start up your parade this morning. Thanks so much for talking to us. Any other thing before you say goodbye?
Just hope to see all of you. Don't mind, this is our day. We have to functions. It's hard for us to attend our functions at times. But I just encourage everybody who's listening, who's following, we should turn up in our numbers. Maybe you're busy by now, but from Brooklyn to Canada is no time.
Yeah.
So we continue. We will continue on tomorrow because we have to come and engage the police. We are always at local at the time with the police.
Yeah.
So we've invited the Inspector General of Police is going to be here tomorrow to speak. And we have senior media, presence that we'll be speaking to because we have to express both our sides, have to express their satisfactions, dissatisfactions. So there will be a lot of engagement between us, the media, us journalists, and the police.
Okay, thank you so much. We wish us all of the best, and then shortly you're going to see us.
Thank you.
Okay, Beatrice CA is the Vice President of the Press Bureau of Liberia, giving us an itinerary of the celebration of the World Press Freedom. They were told that the chairperson, organizing chairperson of the program is Emmanuel Declare. They're in the county, and he's the one. So they try to localize the celebration, and so they use the station manager of one of the radio stations there, Emmanuel Declare, to organize this year's competition program. Sorry, Mr. Competition. Okay, so that's it. And so we hope for a great engagement. Remember, the police and media engagement is always tense. I remember I've attended several of them, even though it is climaxed by some social activities. But the police and media relations and conversation is always that way. I remember in Buchanan we had one at a screen swimming pool in District 17. We also had one. It was a massive one all night, organized by the Liberian National Police, headed by Victor Buyo at the time. And so, sometimes the police people have problem with the journalists. They also say what they don't like about how we, the journalists, proceed. Some journalists proceed with going to cover stories and do this. And then the journalist also squarely wants to put the blame on the police, as the police get intimidated when they see the journalists coming to do that job. And sometimes they say, don't do this. Sometimes the police people will say, nobody will cross the line. Then the journalist will say, but a journalist, I gotta stand right here.
Yeah.
So that particular back and forth at times leads to issues. So the police authority over the years have always been keen on how do we coordinate. Yes, you're working for the public, but I'm on oath to protect lives and property. We are all public servants, but I'm here to protect life and property. You are there also to report to the public and tell the story to the public. How do we coexist to work together? That has always been the police and the media dialogue as well. So we hope again that tomorrow's conversation or dialogue with the police will reach to a certain extent. I remember under the leadership in terms of the communication of the police of Moses Carter, there was a special coordination. In fact, he brought in a system that the police will give jackets or so to journalists for protest covering, so that when they see that particular jacket, they will know that, okay, it's a police media relationship thing and XYZ. So on today, at Kear, we want to reaffirm that, we sign up to press freedom. The government must be reminded that the press must express freedom. That's why we owe no loyalty to any political party or individual. We always here for everyone, whether it's party A, B, but just come and have a good say on our platform.
Certainly, just come and have a good say on our platforms. OBED has said it, or a great day in in field, and the profession is a very wonderful profession. I know many people ask, but journalists can always, and this is the thing about us, right? We will always flag the issues of civil servants, the security, including the police, the army, NSA, any security, the immigration, the DEA, and all of these we flag these issues. But We don't see journalists protesting. It's about journalists. You can talk about your own salary then too. You're taking pay. Why you can talk somewhere? You're not taking pay. Your institutions they owe you for months, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. But you can protest too. But every day you're talking about civil servants not taking pay. But civil servants can protest for you.
Our profession told us that the pen is mightier than the sword.
Yes.
So our protestations are always done in the pen.
In the pen, yeah.
I remember when the group of journalists protested during the George WEAH administration was first of a kind. It was strange.
Sure.
That journalists would take on the street to start protesting this and I know. So many media practitioners criticize it that you have the power. You have the advocacy's role to play. You can use the microphone, you can use the pen, and do your protest, but not to go as ordinary. Yes, you're a biggest civil society group, but you cannot go as ordinary people to protest as well. Talking about what you just raised, which is also significant. The survivability of most of us journalists means a whole lot. And that's how the government or most of the people do to just keep us stagnated and in one tech corner. When you in an organization, when you reach to PRO or publicity, they will put small money there. They say, oh, they want you go manage with the speaker there and this, that. You go manage with the flyer, So in like people will always apportion little or nothing for publicity, but we want it. And publicity or media relations is a good thing. Most of the entity, when they finish pressing chakla, will say the Liberian way. When they now make mistake, then they run to the public affairs department of that entity and say, how can we fix this? What can we do? Sometimes the managing directors, the director general, the CEOs of companies, they will blunder, they will go to bad business, they will fall in trouble with government. When the media get that information, then I try to come to their media partner. I go talk to your media people. How can we do this? For example, that's what I was trying to say.
I know.
To the radio stations as well, the bosses will want you to do the job. The first thing, the job that you do does not commensurate with your take home.
Of course.
So I'm saying that not just because I'm a media manager or into administration with media activities, but that's the reality.
Of course.
Right? I'm not exceptional to what has been said. So it cut across everywhere. I remember at a point in time, I started highlighting bad labor practices in the media. There was a whole lot that happened in the background. This our fraternity is so deep. People just see it on the surface and think that, oh, journalists and this stuff. But there are a lot of things that happen undercover. Journalists die in this country because they can't pay hospital bill. We journalists, we die because we can't pay hospital bill. We journalists, after active practice, no one cares about you.
Your retirement is just...
Even if you did not retire, but just in radio for 2-3 weeks,
your name will die.
You are forgotten so easily about what you do and how you can turn around to feed your family. Nothing. The first thing, there is no standard. The media is paying below the minimum wage in this country.
A lot of them.
The media in its entirety is paying below the minimum wage. The $50, $40, $30, $100. Maybe
I remember
there's just 1 or 2 institutions that paid higher salary in this country, 1 or 2, which I found it very difficult. Some of them, they will do that and will not survive financially until you have people have to leave because it's a reality. The media are not making money. How do you expect the owners to pay?
How do you expect the owners?
So if we run this radio station and we can't fuel our generator, the owner of the station put his hand in his pocket and pay for 2-3 years in a row. He cannot continue that. He's not making money because it is a commercial radio. People come to the radio, you charge and pay. My man, you have to come on radio for 10 minutes. You want me to pay this one?
Imagine.
Or bring a 1-minute commercial and pay $5 per play, for example, or $2 per play. It's difficult. The new media now has placed us in a difficult position also. Somebody just decided to just open their kobosha and put megafon there and say, buy a beans, tabagi, somebody coming back.
Yeah.
Or they go online and go live on Facebook, say, I get dry meat in the beanstalk again. Come and buy. People who on social media will come there and buy.
Yeah.
As for they're forgetting about the traditional media, which is the radio, to read their announcements, to do this one.
Advertisement.
Everybody that's citizen journalists now in the country. But equally, it does not also give right for honor payment. Journalists are being honor paid. I think the press here of Liberia observing this day, it's not just about harassment or intimidation. It should also be about the survivability of the journalist. And that's why at times someone said, if you're not involved into blackmailing, you cannot survive in the media profession. That's wrong. We should be paid for the job that we do, and so that yellow journalism can be kicked out, so that there could be independence. One of the things suffering us, most of the radio stations owned by politicians.
Yeah.
Part of political parties as well. So you see, that's how you say, oh, the other station for government, the other station for opposition. It shouldn't be. The media should be a place of free expression. That's what we've been proposing to the PUL and the government of Liberia. We need the media commission. That particular commission will set the stage and the standard for media to be regulated very well in terms of ethical conduct on the radio and behavior as journalists, professionalism in that particular bracket, and to also prosecute people who are unethical in terms of discharging their functions and duty. That's why you have the journalistic creed. That creed guards us as journalists, and it's going to be also is the pledge of the media, the journalistic creed. That's how it is recited every year during the World Press Freedom Day to remind you that there is something in journalism called media law and ethics. That media law and ethics guides you as a journalist to do what is right, irrespective of what happens. So there are radio stations in the country that hold people for 8 months, 6 months, 3 months, 5 months. How you expect the journalist to survive?
Wow.
And you now already paying. There are other people say, I don't come on the radio, I want to on radio. And they're not getting money also. But we go through a whole lot to be where we are, to come on 2 morning and give you information. We sleep with hunger. We we come to work with empty pockets and leave with empty pockets a whole month. So it means a whole lot. With other journalists in other countries, that's not the case with other countries. Other journalists in other countries are making several thousands of dollars, millions, if not. Right? The profession is big. It's not just about coming on radio, hello, your name, where you come from. There are several ways in the media you can explore as well. Other people believe in media development as well, creative writings, and a whole lot. So we need to improve the lives of journalists. That's why when someone see you in your lay papi solo, they say, oh, they made a journalist, how you mind to get papi solo? But you don't know how. You know? So the journalists are not meant to be poor. Journalists should wear good cars, new ones, with plastic on seat as well. Journalists should pay good houses. Should live good and decent life. The journalists should go in supermarket too. And come from there. That's his own. Why you think as a doctor, if you can make that money, the journalists should be sent out of the country for advanced education as well. But if the government is giving us scholarship, say lawyer, doctor, engineer, why you leave the media? So there should be journalists also placed on scholarship to other countries. Government scholarship. Oh yeah. And you come by and work for the government. So it is a whole lot, Jeff. You just place it squarely and right that our take home. Nothing. My people, we got nothing to have. We're taking home nothing. Even though it's a passionate job, we love what we do with passion. But that passion will pay the children's school fees. Just like that. Now that passion will pay our hospital bills and light bills and everything. No. We'll put a professionalism in there. But at the end of the day, how do you survive as a journalist means a whole lot. We're not saying we want to do the wrong thing because we want to survive also. No. But our employers should do it in line with what we do. Those of you who are radio owners, let's take a new turn, a new direction, and pay our employees. Yeah, and pay our employees. You know, sometimes the radio owner, I was just shut the whole place. I was saying, you know, one of the radio stations I was working to, I was not calling me. I was not calling. No, just kind of saying, I will set the place here. My wife and myself already decided to set the place.
You won't call it ready, you know?
And so, if you set the place, you
but you left it, man.
So at the end of the day, well, that's it. The other people say, oh, nothing happening, nothing doing this. But it's a good thing. The media space is a good thing. It gives job to people. But when the job is not secure, you know, there's something called job security, right? So if you're being intimidated every time, oh, I will shut the place down. No employment, no this, no that. It means a whole lot as well. But, well, that's it. We cannot overemphasize on it. This is Liberia. We pray that things get better for we, the journalists, because when people see you out there, they say, my man gave me smart thing. They say, you get money. They say, oh, journalist, you get money.
Especially when, if you had a guest,
yeah, you don't get money.
You just have someone like, my man, I've been out on the radio channel. You know,
so the perception is so big that they think the journalist should be Jesus Christ or saints. No, we're a human being as well. Because some people, well, my man, what journalist are you? You don't get money in your pocket. Yeah, I get money, my man, I'm broke. So, but that's it. Today is the celebration here in Liberia of World Press Freedom Day. Jeff and I will just here chip chatting on that. The Advancing Free Press is the team for Liberia, and the UNDP coordinator, country manager, is the guest speaker. Let's know what he's going to say on today to journalists and the government of Liberia. We hope the government of Liberia can also take key on some of these things that will be said for them at that particular program today, as it will be climaxed tomorrow by an engagement with the Liberian National Police as well. Radio owners, radio managers must step up the game. Let's pay. When the Ministry of Labor was coming to maybe start inspecting all radio stations and looking at your payroll and everything.
Imagine the station
will be at the labor code every day.
Stations, plenty of them.
But please be sorry for the media small.
Yeah, but indeed, over you know, we might say it, we joke about it, but it's a serious thing. You know, I shared a story the other day just to climax on this. My little daughter, we were going home and she was like, you know, she said that I want to be a journalist. Yeah, so I was like, what has she seen that, you know? She said, I can see you talking every day and you reading news, so I won't be a journalist too. And I was like, hey, my daughter, she doesn't know. See, you come to school, you even know sometimes when they say go who, and you call me Papa, they say me who. And I'm thinking like, wow, who am I going to call and to say, please give me money, I mean, credit me or so.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the profession is sweet. It's sweet, but like Obed said, media manager, managers and owners, you need to step up. We hope that, and I found sometimes some of our officials of government who leave, when they leave the profession, they've been, elevated to either an appointed position or an elected position. Like we have some of them, Steve Tikwa, and other people, DJ Blues, and then Ledger who all of those people, they came, the like of Len Eugene Nangwe, Jared Limepia, so all of those people. But I mean, the media is still the same. When you go there, they understand, they know the challenges we go through. But once they see you around and what they want to, sometimes that's why if you don't call me this time, I don't go for your press conference. Yes, so
which is good.
You don't call me, I will not come. Other guys ask me, man, we can see you in the field again. What happened?
Yeah. So the former vice president of the press of Liberia, Octavio Williams, is on. We're gonna talk to him for 1 or 2 minutes on this World Press Freedom Day. He will historicize the day and draw in the Liberian scenario a bit. And then at 9 o'clock, we'll transition to another point of discussion. Mr. Octavio Toga Williams, good morning.
Good morning, OBED GIBAH, man. You caught me by surprise, but anyway, a soldier is always a soldier.
Which is good. Which is a good thing.
not
I mean, what the weekend?
No, but we ain't getting ready to run.
Okay, great. Today is the celebration of World Press Freedom Day, which was officially on yesterday. What does it mean? Looking at this day celebrated across the world on yesterday. Let's draw in Mama Liberia, freedom of speech, free press. Octavian, your experience about expressing freedom on several platforms you have worked for and own. Let's hear for you.
Well, Obel and our listening audience, World Press Freedom Day is not a day to party. It is a day for reflection. It is a day where journalists around the world will be able to reflect, to know the harms melted against them, those that are served as a media molester, to be able to expose them, and to just see how the media is going, because the first thing is the work you choose to do is a risky venture. And whenever I'm having time to lecture people all to give them insight of few of the fundamentals, issues with journalism, it is a risky venture. It is done somewhere. It is not a terrain for beauty pageant. It is a terrain where your life is on the line from the beginning to the end. And that is why when I told my late grandfather I wanted to be a journalist, he was strongly against it. It is only in Liberia where a journalist will see another journalist went to prison for writing a story, and then the same English fraternity of the pen will start to bully that journalist. I'm not celebrating World Press Freedom today with the Liberian. I was invited officially by the president of Kakata, but I don't think we know the even meaning of journalism. The profession is slipping gradually, Obel, and I've said this. It is only few people that are still upholding the dignity of the profession called journalism. 99% of the people, they are damaging the profession, Obel. Anybody like a whole cell phone, I can call that phone a B phone. I don't know the scientific name for it. But anybody holding B phone call themselves journalist.
Smartphone.
Yeah, and they're killing the appetite of the profession. Okay, you go to lecture people about journalism. Ask them, how many radio stations you listen to? Which of the newspaper you've been reading? Who make you to have passion in what you want to do? They cannot say it to you. So it is a side day that the profession is suffering and dying from brain drain. When we were on the forefront, and in the shake of things, people refer to some of us as blackmailers. When we were holding state actors to their feet to be accountable, the people were calling on names. Since we left as the quote-unquote blackmailer, we do not know what the blackmailers are doing. The airlines are monotonous. Look, go to the social media. And you know what they say, Obel? The guys are in contemporary time where Google get help you to do 99% of the work. It is not the time when we're using manual, tape reader, where a veteran party, Marcus Sibo2, will tell you to take 3 or 4 stories in like 2. Just imagine that they have the radio, you bring the cartridge back to start tapping. They're not living in those world. Read the stories. What a headline. The first 3 paragraphs or the first 4 paragraphs will be saying the same thing. No news angle. I'm not celebrating World Press Freedom Day today. To the state, normally, state all over the world, state actors and media people, they don't be friends. And for me, I've seen it in another way. I've appealed to state actors that no matter what, the media and the state, they complement each other's efforts. But it is not that case in Liberia. As you may be aware, the Liberian media has been suffering from brain drain. From the days of Charles Bale, coming to Charles Ma'ato Gange Taylor, where trouble SWAT, Hassan Belete and others that were flogged and beaten unmercifully. We keep the president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She used the court up to the level where the president, knowing that when she set a president, she cannot sue and can be sued. The president sued a New Broom newspaper run by Roland WEAH, and she won her own case. That was laughable. And that's one of the worst things President Sirleaf ever did. That broke me down. Someone who talked about free speech. Someone who talked about, and you come and you use the court. The court was used as a bill of point against the media.
Okay.
And what's happening to the Liberian media right now is the media is being strangulated economically.
Okay.
I'm using this medium to appeal to the government of Liberia through the information ministry or the information minister, Jeremy Kear, my own personal friend, to go back to the drawing board for the executive mansion website to not be used as an advertisement point, putting the media, the traditional media, in economic harm's way. Do you know what I mean, Obed?
Yes, sir.
If you are not advertising with the newspapers, you are not advertising with the radio stations, and you're putting everything on the official page of the president, then the traditional media will not make no money.
And one of the things that they're doing, entities have their own online television, the Ministry of this TV, so State Enterprise TV, a whole lot.
Yeah, the Publishers Association, the President of Liberia, we all have to sit along with the Information Ministry, the Press Secretary to the President, to be able to work on this. If not, if we don't work on it, trust me, the media will be dull. And that is why you don't see most of the newspaper coming out. If there is a party from the government, I want to use this media to appeal to the government through the Information Minister and the Information Ministry. Let we revert to the traditional style where the media can breathe economically. Obed.
Great. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for weighing on this. As you place it right, the media should breathe economically. It means a whole lot. The survivability of journalists means a whole lot. Sometimes you have even the same media entity unable to pay salaries of staff, or not paying the staff also. There's a whole big issue that is causing problems for media practitioners.
We need to sit on a round table and try to resolve the issues.
Great.
That's all. Yeah, we can resolve the ability of the Information Minister. He's been with the limited resources. He's been reaching out. He's been doing extremely well. As a matter of fact, he is the Nation Times Minister of the Year for 2025.
Thank you so much, Mr. Williams.
Thank you for the time. Even though you took me on a web, don't worry. I'm set and I'm prepared.
Okay, I'm going to bring you here and ask you more why the minister is the Minister of the Year. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You know, I do not give a war like that. My newspaper is a radical newspaper.
Yeah.
But the minister deserves it. To be able to control at the level he's controlling, it is not easy. It is difficult, but at least.
Okay.
I told you the first video we have been. I said, only you the lone soldier, almost like Kadusha Bwada leading Zambia against Nigeria, 1994 World Cup qualifier. So you have to build up, you have to do everything possible. He's the only minister of the experience at the level of the ministry. Yeah. He's doing extremely well.
Thank you so much, Mr. Williams. Have a great day. Octavio Williams there joining us on the line. And yes, indeed, those of you who are following us, you're listening to Kear Morning Show right here on Kear Radio 95.9, bring you the very best this morning. We're talking all media affairs. I know you want to talk about other issues happening, but we'll transition shortly, Jeff, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We'll transition shortly.
Yeah. So we'll recognize some of our followers, and then we will take few calls if the possibility exists, and then we transition to other issues on the program this morning. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have following Fumba Kandaka Yen. Fumba Yen, man, political Yen is following from Grand Cape Mount County into our district. Mountonian Son is also following from Broadville this morning. He says, good morning. Heritage Tour Juniors, good morning. I'm following up from my residence in Cardwell. Thanks for the update. George Satangbe, the man from the Governance Alliance, right?
Yeah, he will be here tomorrow, 8:30, strictly up to 10.
Good morning, Chief.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll be talking about labor ministry.
That was his,
The man made a minister of labor call on the talk show. So I was asking, the minister made some allegations also against him. So we'll call him tomorrow to come and then we'll ask him some questions, hard questions. Why are you giving the minister hard time?
Zuana Kama is following. He says he's following from his comfort zone. Jared Jesus, Jesus is following from his beloved South Beach community. Siliki Traore, so he says, good morning. Finishers Junior Bar following from District 16. Angel Fatu Brown following from District number 12. Angel, okay, from District number 12. And of course, the rest of you who are also following from, an unknown destination, like the man, Poka Robert.
Yeah, so one of our followers, Napoleon Ducle, lost his mother. We'd like to say our condolences to you, Chairman Nat, as you are widely known. Sorry for the death of your mother. We'll reach out to you right after our show, but we'd like to say never mind, in a Liberia way. Death is inevitable, so we'd like to say never mind.
Yes, this morning we'll take calls, but we want journalists.
I think Emmanuel Declare is on the line.
Okay, let's take Declare.
I'm told he's the head of the organizing team in Kakata for this year program. Declare, good morning.
Good morning, Obed. I hope you're doing great along with your team.
Yeah, we are doing great as well. Thanks so much for the level of organization of the program marking World Press Freedom Day. Declare, run us through what's happening in Kakata about this time.
Obed, are you going to be aware Kakata is one of the densely populated cities of South Monrovia, located approximately 45 kilometers north of Monrovia, on the popular Swakoko Highway. And if you ever been to Kakata, is a city outside Monrovia, but it still reflects almost all of the attributes in Monrovia. It's a city that never sleeps.
Definitely.
And last evening, an array of journalists from across the country arrived in Kakata, and they have been all night memorizing event. And today will be the official celebration of the World Press Freedom Day that will include speeches and a panel discussion about safety and democratic issues. And also, they're also going to be here on the Tuesday. The World Press Freedom Day can reflect the issues of journalists' involvement with the people. So Kakata is a venue that you can miss. As we speak now, things are being organized because the police are also joining us in this celebration. I'm told that the police director himself, Greg Como, along with other array of security officials, are also coming here because a security media conference will also be a part of this year's celebration. Canada is great, and I look forward to seeing you here.
Great. Yes. We're going to make our way there. And so the official program starts at what time this morning?
It should start at 11 o'clock officially. And the parade will take place around 10, and the official program starts at 11.
Great. Declare, thanks so much for the level of organization. We've heard a whole lot that you've been very tremendous in organizing and putting things together there in Kakata.
Thank you all so much.
Let's keep everything constant. We're coming, and we're coming for good on your black. Okay, Declare.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Emmanuel Declare is there in Kakata, giving us a highlight and update about the program as well. Yeah, let's talk to you, those of you who are listening. Most of you who call on radio, who listen to radio, you also know about journalism some way, somehow. Today is a day to create awareness, to tell the government to not harass the journalists, to not intimidate the journalists, or wrongfully prosecute the journalists, only because they are hurt about free expression and exposing ills in society. What do you make of that? what have you to say also to the journalists on this World Press Freedom Day? That okay, you're the journalists too, you can do the one, you can do bad things, so you need to stop it also as well in the country. What's your take? You can call us and let's hear from you.
077-959-959 077-959-959 Today is for the journalist. Let's hear you. What's your take on all of the happenings you've been following the entire country? You've been following happenings the way journalists report. Sometimes some of us, maybe yes, we do not report the as to your expectation, but yes, behind the scenes, you sit down and you listen to us. Maybe sometimes here on the Kear Morning Show, there are things we say that may not go your way. But okay, you also follow. Okay, thank you guys. But let's hear you this morning. 077-959-959 077-959-959 088928393 8+231 777-959-959. Today is yesterday was World Press Freedom Day. Today is a celebration, and the ceremony will be in Kakata, Magibi County. And so we've had a lot of conversation. We've talked for you, those in the communities. We've highlighted your issues, your stories. We've told the untold stories. We've brought them to light, and people have come to your aid and what have you. And it is out there. You don't see us going in the street to protest, but yes, there are issues, but we handle them. But let's hear from you, the audience, and you've listened to us as well. 077-959-959 077-959-959 and +231 777-959-959. Let me get this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, just hold on, Mr. Rogers.
Yes, my name is James Kear. I join you from Freeport Bell.
James, let's hear you, my brother.
Yes, thank you. Everybody have a day in the country. So today you will be celebrating your own day today. I pray that God protect you guys because you guys are doing a great job. You know, the Kear, you have your own 3 cardinal functions to the lawmaker. And your 3 cardinal function is to inform and educate and entertain.
Yeah.
So I pray that God protect you. But my say is that I think what most of the problem really coming from in the country, I think the media should be independent body.
Okay.
But you see around today, most of the institutions, most of the media institutions, everybody got their own politician that they protect in the country. I think the media should be an independent body that do their work on time and feed the public and do the right thing. If we do the right thing, you stay independent, I believe there will be no problem. But while other media institutions will be promoting other politicians, other institutions putting other politicians, there was some of the problem can come. Even between you, there was the problem can come because something you will let your friend will not let some information you will be publishing. Your friend will not let that information. There was the problem can come from. So as you guys celebrate your day today, I pray at least other y'all can come together and do a good job and feed the public with the same information so everybody can be satisfied. Okay. So let God bless as you celebrate your day. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Daniel Roger was trying to call in. Let me get him on as well. Until then, we got a call there on that line. Okay, let me take Daniel Rogers. Welcome, Chief.
Thank you. World Press Freedom Day as we celebrate. I just want us, OBED, Jeff, just want us to have a sober reflection because there are too many things it's ongoing in the media. We are divided, and you and I and Jeff know that is a fact.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, that is a serious fact. I'm against you, you're against me, this institution, who's superior, people feel superior. And I heard you people talking about those who lost their lives. Yes, too many journalists. I mean, sometimes for things, illnesses or sickness that could be avoided. Most of us will retire one day. You will retire, Jeff will retire, I will retire. And people have this belief that, they make a lot of money. And sometimes when we fall sick, So, but why the man or why he or she can't treat, you know?
Yeah, there must be SOS for journalists before somebody can pay their hospital bill.
That is so appalling. That is ridiculous. And some of these things too, even the media houses, we need to take the specks from our eyes. You know, we'll take it from our eyes, then we'll take it from other people's own. Because I mean, it's so sometimes you just Obesona, you lying down, you're reflecting, thinking of the people, those who have passed, who've gone across the bridge, like you say. I always say, where there's no more sorrow. It's a day of reflection. What are we reflecting? What is there to reflect? When you get people, you hear people talk about the so-called big fish.
Yeah. I remember a time during Madame Salim's regime, they said they are big fish.
So the government has managed to infiltrate us, render us homeless. They call us all sorts of names. But again, then Obed, who do we blame? Let's call a spade a spade. We blame ourselves. Because we fall prey to the predators. We are the prey. They are the predators. They gave me money to go against Obed. They gave me money to go Obed go against me. Oh, that man. Oh, you know. And so, if we just soberly reflect and know what is press freedom, you hear most people this lackadaisical attitude. One government come and then they say, "Oh, press freedom." They advocate for press freedom. When they come, they even do worse than the past. They do worse than the past. And I like the way the leadership of the union, you know, one time is in Banga, one time is in Sanikole, is in Ganta, you know, decentralizing. In the past, we did not see these things happen. Yes, sometime in Bomi, I think we need to give a pat on the back to the administration, the leadership of the PUL. But again, I don't know whether we can turn the table. I don't know what the definition of press freedom of expression.
Do you think we are expressing freely without harassment, intimidation?
We are to an extent.
Okay.
Yeah, to an extent. It's not 100%. Because you know what happened. Let's go back to the days of Henry Costa. You know what happened. And it was so, I mean, I was shocked by a woman who fought for the rights of people rights. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. I don't want to talk about Doe. I don't want to talk about Taylor because you say, oh, they came by, you know, through the guns and they overthrew but I mean, let's go to Ellen 12 years. She signed up, right? She signed up. People are still taking people to court, journalists to court for defamation, libel. Are you aware of that? Are you not aware of that? People still take journalists to court. People beat up on journalists. So how are we, this body, the PUL, the Press Union of Liberia, how can we revive to the days of old? Those great men and women who stood on the front to champion press freedom. They have people like Charles Bayon, I mean, Kwame Clement, who is still living, but they stood their ground. And this new generation of media practitioners, the day should be said, we need reconciliation.
Yeah.
We need reconciliation. We are not reconciled. And a house that is divided
cannot hold.
Now let me put it back to you and Jeff. Do we have press freedom? Do we have freedom? Because press freedom or freedom of expression, because it's in twofold. You have freedom of expression where citizens express themselves, right?
Yeah.
And you have the media component where we express ourselves. So I throw it back to you. Do we have on this World Press Freedom Day, are we free? That word, FREE. Are we free? I put it back to you.
Thank you so much. To some extent, it means a whole lot, Daniel. Are we free? Difficult, hypothetical question to answer. because it comes in different way as well. Economically, the media were not free as well. In terms of expression, we're not free because these people who are owners of media entities control at times the narrative, which there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be censorship in the media.
Tell you what to say.
So obviously, there's a whole lot for Liberia, the Liberian media. Yeah.
You talk about the economic situation. Can you imagine that some media houses pay $50?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some media houses will say, "Oh, you are only 10 months, but waive it."
Yeah, waive it. Let's move on.
Let's move on, and moving on, they will come back. They will come back to the
same $50.
The same $50. In this ancient time, you pay a media person, a journalist, or a reporter $50. Now, come to think about it, how you think he's going to live, he or she is going to survive, how their kids will go to school, putting food on the table, the bread and butter issue. It's it's pathetic.
The money is a bull tip.
But you know that a bad thing, you get one free.
Yeah. They only pay you 1 month.
They pay you 1 month, and they behave as though they are doing you
everything for you.
Favor.
Yeah, they do everything for you.
It is just look, some of you and I, some of us who've been around.
Yeah.
It's just all of tenacity and passion.
Yeah.
Obviously. For me, I'm driven by passion.
Oh yeah, sure.
Can you imagine? You're working, you're not getting paid, but you get up early in the morning to educate the people. We are the pro bonus.
Yeah, the real definition of pro bono. That journalist.
Yes, that journalist. That's us. And not those so-called people talking about you say you how can you be pro bono when you're an accountant or a consultant, you get thousands of dollars, and you say, "Oh, I just doing it for you." No, we the ones that are sacrificed. That one when we're sick, we put SOS call. OBED should be able to fly to India.
Oh yeah. On my own, for my account to go to hospital.
Yeah, not to go on the radio and it's so degrading. I mean, other people hear that in other countries, they say, "Wow, are we listening to what is coming out of Liberia?" OBED, you need to get to me before I close. Time is running out.
Great, definitely I will do. Thanks so much for your input, and we wish all of us the best as we remind government that they have to abide to international treaty in making sure that the press is protected in terms of its expression. Thank you so much.
Happy World Press Freedom Day to you and Jeff.
Thank you.
The same.
Thank you so much, the sheriff in the court of public opinion, fearless general. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we're going to take a break. I think a commercial break. We'll come back with transition to other issues. They say, man, I will say again.
Man, I said it a lot. I said something.
The only sensible sick man in the country was is the current president when he was sick.
Yeah.
He allowed me to pay his hospital bill and send him to hospital.
Yeah.
But we'll come back, we'll talk about that, we'll talk about other issues, and again, open up the phone lines to talk politics. I know many of you will call in. We're talking journalists, but they don't care about us.
This morning we're on
talking about Joe Wiana. Hey, everybody start calling.
Yeah.
Joseph Baka. Yeah. All right. But that's it. That's the beauty of the conversation, intellectualism. We'll run for a quick break. When we come back, we'll transition to another issue on the program, and then we call it a day at 10 o'clock this morning. Keep listening to Kear Morning Show on Kear Radio 95.9. And of course, Jeff and OBED were here setting the stage for you to make your contribution.
Okay, so let's run for this break quickly and be right back.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
From my body, whoa, whoa, whoa. Come on along. Conversations with the vision bearers. Bringing hope alive. Give them back so our people can rise. From villages north to the city line, building the future, doing what's right. Agriculture, education, healthcare for all, clean water and sanitation, standing tall across 15 counties and 16 tribes. Christopher Kear keeps hope alive. He believes Liberia will rise again. Together we build it hand in hand. Conversations with the vision bearer, hosted by Munir Kesem, the general. With Atropia by his side, Lemon Kear Radio, FM 95.9, KCNTV, Facebook, and Kear Network, YouTube. The time is now. Let's build America. Together.
We are back and to climax the day. Yes, a lot of things have been said. Again, off Marco. Again, welcome back. We are journalists. We will not stop talking. We'll continue to keep the fire burning. The torch will always remain bright because this is what we sign up to. It is our profession. It's a good one. You want to be a journalist, you have to get prepared. Roll up your sleeves and just forget about the cartoon being in it. What we call it? Say we can get cartoon. Forget about it. Do what you can do. There are other people who are watching you, and definitely one day everything will just fall in. Will just fall right within. So we talk for you. We're here to again talk for other people. But then here we are. We'll have another conversation to transition. Yesterday was Sunday, and it was a moment, should I say, a new beginning for Royal Communications Incorporated, Kings FM, and City 90.2. Yes, I remember City FM 90.2, right? And so the CEO, His Excellency former President George WEAH, made some statements yesterday at the dedication ceremony. A whole lot of things played, and his statements, some of those statements he made, sparked public attention, and a lot of ministers as well, and officials of government, and including Senator Dillon, they all came after that statement.
They reacted to
what the former president said. That talk about helping people and other things. Yeah, and so a whole lot of them we'll talk about this morning. Just in a few minutes before we leave, we'll just then we'll leave it with you, the audience, to make a judgment. Okay, you followed yesterday. I have a statement, the voice of the former president.
Yeah, so let's play it.
Yeah,
and then we'll come back. We do some talking.
Yeah. So, folks, if you just missed, I want you to listen keenly. This is what
is it in his entire statement, right?
I have that particular statement that
just an excerpt from it.
Yeah,
okay.
Excerpt from it.
Yeah, then later we could go for the because there are other things said.
Yeah, other things he said as well. We'll get the other ones as well. So let's listen.
That believe that I'm an enemy, and I hope they hear this. I'm not the enemy. Some of them They said, and I walked in and said, look, I'll take you to the hospital. They said, no, let me die. It's a fact. It's a fact. The only sensible person that believes that I'm an enemy, and I said, okay, let me take you to the hospital and say yes. That you said, Waka. You understand? So that man has to know that everything I've done in my life, I have a success story.
Yeah, that's just one of it. There, we'll go along and get the other ones. Yes, Obed.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
there's two things here. The former president asks why people hate him.
Another one, yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
There's something that maybe he's been battling with for some time.
Mm-hmm.
Even though sometimes when he talk, it sounds laughable out there, but it's serious, right?
Mm.
The former president asks why people hate him a lot, to the extent that when they're sick, I work to pay their hospital bill, they say, let it be so. He also talked about media gurus. He said they gave money to lots of journalists in this country, media gurus. George WEAH, gave gurus money who are media practitioners and media owners, build horses for journalists, according to him. But they hate him so much, and the journalists fabricate stories against him. Or when there are issues, they be the first to go against him. Lawyers, he also talked about the lawyers. He said he paid the tuition of renowned lawyers in the country also.
Mm-hmm.
And then most of these renowned lawyers are today prosecuting them. Then he said, it was not because I pay a tuition as a lawyer or render financial assistance means I want to fall short or my people fall short. You shouldn't prosecute them. But don't fabricate lies against my people or against me. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, most of the people who fell sick, they did not take my hospital bill. They preferred to die. The only sensible sick person who took my offer that I sent to hospital is the current president, Joseph Yuma Boakai.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went wild. What does it mean? It is still the question of hate, right? That people hate him so much. So it means Joseph Boakai love him. That's the first expression.
Mm.
So Joseph Boakai took the money or hospital bill for him. 1, 2, that Joseph Boakai is sensible enough to not reject that particular offer that came in because he needed it to survive.
Mm.
Also, but if the former president coming up to say, why am I treated this way in this form and manner after helping people, rendering assistance, and they do not see the good that I did over the time, but they decided to pay me back this way. And so he threw jabs all over at the current president, the journalists, the lawyers, and to some extent, some friends. I remember the last time the CDC headquarters, he said, to look at people who used to even buy food for. So the former president is noted for those things that, okay, we help these people to do this one, I help this one. Sometimes he say it. Once he help people, he will say that I helped this person, I did this one, I did that one.
Yeah.
But they hate me today because of the good I did. And that politicians, that's how they operate. Today, you people will be cool. Tomorrow, it's sour. That's why they say no permanent friendship or no permanent enemyship in politics. So, I don't know how to interpret this. It has happened. What does it mean for the former president to say, he went on to name several prominent Liberians whom he supported during a private scholarship during his time at the University of Liberia, including Nathaniel McGill, Samuel Twe, Percy Yeke, Safa May Gray, and a whole lot.
Yeah.
In his remark, President WEAH directly confronted the president, the current president. Why do people hate me? That's what he said. They hate me so much. A question he answered by himself. After asking that particular question, he answered it. So we're gonna play this again. It's just to leave it with you people. How are you reacting to this? What? Because this one, opposition has different way of interpreting it. The Unity Party also has their own way of interpreting it. Like you said, it was reposted by the Water and Swamp boss, Mo Ali, right? Mo said this. Let me see. Yes, this is his authentic page. He said he copied it from Darius Dillon and said today Begugbe say he now helped plenty of people already. All the media gurus in the country, but all of them hate him and turned to enemies against him. So there was a component that Dillon highlighted about the media people. Begugbe went on to say that they hate him so much to the point that even when they get sick to death and he offers to help them with medication, hospital expensive, they can refuse and prefer to die than taking this offer. Then Bekugbe said the only sensible enemy that was sick and accepted his offer was Joseph Boaka. So in case Bekugbe publicly confessed that Boaka is sensible and smart, but the media gurus are dull and stupid. But interestingly, I see some media gurus running with posts and headlines like "We are throw jobs at Boaka." So let me ask now, that what did we are throw at them, media gurus too? Okay, so I think he was just trying to haul in the media practitioners that the president said, the former president said XYZ, and I mean, the journalists did not take it, and they're just saying the former president threw jabs at the current president. That's how Senator Dillon reacted to the former president's statement in a comic way, but to provoke the journalists as well. You know, he's very crafty in diverting or swaying away from the main issues as well. So basically, the former president are going to rebrand and rededicate Kings FM, taking them from that building on the First Street to the Falkland area, where in one of his condominiums is now hosting Kings FM. You also have the Female Journalists Association office over there as well. He offered them just one apartment there, and is also hosting their office. Yeah. So what does it mean? What does the statement mean? That's a key line in that particular statement made by the former president, that why people hate him a whole lot. Journalists, lawyers, prominent people he helped. But these are the same people who hate him a lot, but they benefited from him. Why? To the extent that some of them will be sick and they will refuse his offer. Why? Yeah, Jeff. So I think he's trying to process the rest of it.
Yeah, trying to get it, but it's giving me a tough time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but still.
Yeah, so I think that's a core issue to that. Let's have it played again, and then we come back. We'll just open up the phone lines for our people now listening to go strictly to the point and tell us what do they make of that, what the former president said.
Yeah, so let's get it again.
And I hope they hear this. I'm not the enemy. Some of them, they said, and I walked in and said, look, I'll take you to the hospital. They said, no, let me die. This is a fact. It's a fact. The only sensible person that believes that I'm an enemy, and I say, okay, let me take the hospital and say yes. That you said, Bwaka. You understand? So that man has to know that everything I've done in my life, I have a success story.
Yeah.
And I hope they hear this.
Okay. Well, I don't know, but it's something, you know. Sometimes when I sit down, I listen, and this is in no way to say that George WEAH has helped many people, but I just have a little problem with this statement. I know politics can play and all these things, but I think if you help somebody along the way, for whatever reason, you help the person, you just let them be. If they're not appreciating you, well, there will be people who will come and say, "Oh, you helped that man, and you help." So after he made that statement, in fact, a lot of other videos and photos, photos started surfacing. So Unity Party officials, they started coming. Oh yes, in fact, the president. Okay, you helped the president, which is good, but he also bought you cars. After you left the presidency, he bought you new fleet of vehicles, including, in fact, the very car you're using now. President Bwaka bought it for you, $80,000. What you using, and so, but I don't know why will our leaders be going this way back and forth. It's better we think about the interests of the country, moving the country forward. And I know political games can play. I'm not saying that's his right to say this. If he feels he feels that he's been hated, that people hate him for whatever reason. And one person he pointed out to is President Bwaka. President Bwaka hates him, but many people he called to, for help to go to hospital. I don't know who you'll be sick and somebody will call you, say, "Come, man, let me shoulder your responsibility. Let me pay your hospital bills. Let me send you to hospital so you can get well." And I would say no. But well, that is what it is. And we're not going to talk about. I won't listen to the public on this matter. Let the public speak. Let's hear you, the Liberian people. The statement made by former President WEAH yesterday, in regards to sending President Bwaka, abroad or for medical treatment as well, was it appropriate? Was it a right thing to do? And owing to the fact that he's a former president, though he has helped him before, and not just President Bwaka, he mentioned other people. He even mentioned the University of Liberia. I saw an old truck that was posted where, according to him, when he was playing soccer, University of Liberia students used to ride a truck to go to school. And he said the first bus ever for UL students to ride, he provided those buses, or I don't know how many of them, but he provided that. And so, and other statements that he made. Well, other people are coming now that President Bwaka also, returned the favor by giving him a brand new vehicle that he's currently using. Let's hear you.
There was some disclaimer made that the former president also hasn't received any gift or card from the current government. So,
okay.
But we are yet to verify that as well.
So it's 777-959-959, 283938. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Your name, where you call from?
My name is James Guy, and I join you for Freeport on the software, the second topic in the morning.
Let's hear you. We were talking about press freedom. You called to appreciate also.
No, I was the first caller.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. You called. Thank you. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah. You know, brother, in the country, I think our leader then, and we the citizens, we should be able to look in our leader then faces and tell them the truth whenever they're going wrong. And we look at our former president. I think every time the former president, whenever you are invited to go on a program and whatsoever, he will always take the current president need that he helped the current president that he did, how he died, he did. And send the president came to power. One day you are never heard the president to go on any program to call the former president need that the former president did, but our former president always in the constant habit of doing this. I think our leader is just for it. To pull out together to reconcile in the country, I think the reconciliation to first one come from our leader then. But whenever they go on program, they start throwing jaga each other and forgetting to know that the other people to the area are support on it and supporting it. So when you talk about the man, how you help them, how you send them to hospital, you do the one, you just supposed to leave that alone. But anytime you go somewhere, even if you to a high school graduation, you will carry from up the current president here, you will say he happy, he hate you. When you go to open radio station to tell the media what they will do, how to reconcile, how to come together and become one body to do the people work, you will carry the current president need. I think this is for it.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let's get this person on the line. Oh.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Who made on solution? A concerned Liberian for justice.
Patience?
Yeah. Yeah. What President we are said that was the right thing. Because for each time they go on air, they'll say, President, we are not doing nothing for Liberia. You not doing nothing for anybody. So it is true that what he did, he said it was so the world can know.
Yeah, and he outlined everything he did. He said when he was in Monaco, he bought the first bus for the University of Liberia. He did his one, he paid people's school fees, he did everything.
Yes.
Do you think people really hate President WEAH?
People really hate President WEAH. They hate him with passion.
Wow. Why do you think so? Why do you think there's a hate for this man?
I don't know, because they said they make him from the stone, he sort of become president, and you know that the man opened Liberian eyes. Because during his administration, more people that he appointed are also people from the snow, you know, also people from America to come work from Liberia.
Thank you so much, Patience. Let's take more calls.
Thank you. Spencer Mohammed, welcome.
Good morning, Jeff.
Morning.
Good morning, Obed. Obed, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call on Town Coast Spoon Hill, Winston community. Obed, thank you very much for the discussion.
Okay, welcome.
Obed, sometimes ago, our certain president referred to Liberians as backing dogs. Yet, my brother who left before this guy, they defended the president for referring to certain segment as a backing dogs. They were happy. Look, Obed and Jeff, President WEAH was speaking simply from the background. Somebody challenged WEAH and said, President WEAH has not been successful in his whole life. And when somebody challenge you, you must underline that story. So in my mind, President WEAH was just outlining his success story yesterday. Let's take an example. The fact was being created, provided by him at the University of Liberia. Is it a lie? I would say no. So what happened there? So he was only responding to the person who challenged him and said he had never been successful. He had one of the most interesting success stories of President WEAH is President Boakai. A success story. After studying as bachelor for 12 years, he could not afford his own medical bill. It was President WEAH. In my mind, yes, President Boakai is the #1 most successful story of WEAH. Anywhere he goes.
Thank you, sir. Spencer. Your time is out.
Thank you, Spencer. Poka Robert.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. You can't also do according the hero of the media.
Poka, go ahead. Let's hear you, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. Obed, the first thing I want to cut a lawyer is President WEAH is the #1 001 when it comes to representation.
Just a minute, 001. 001 number. Okay, either half or 001.
Yeah. I'm coming.
Go ahead,
Obed. Thank you. I will reiterate it. Yeah. President WEAH is the #1 001 when it comes to representation of this country. Anybody else, it remains unacceptable. Thank you. When you talk about somebody that has represented this country, nobody has done it than President WEAH. When you read to the body history, over 2 hours towing low here, running up and down during our civil war, who posted up to it, who represented, who the people called to represent, that they fought their faith as of representation. to end the 14-year classic, it was President George Manawuya. You remember arguably, it was President George Manawuya. You are in the studio there, it's a born witness. You know, say in Barcelona, it was George Manawuya. And apart from that again, wait, hello?
Yeah, Puka, let's wrap up. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you. No, I don't want to cut the law. What President Weah is the number 1001. And come another one again. Thank you. And come another one again. Nobody, no, what the President Weah talking such a thing, it's not for his working. You don't want to bring nobody to public ridicule. But when people do something over there, you are still over there. I take my phone, I call your number, you put me on the air. I'm gonna take your flower that you deserve. But when people come, what I was sitting right here, just after Boga left, or I call it two terms. We mean he left I call it a 2 year of power. Boga was sitting right here, he was sick. There was no means of going to. We don't pray for Boga to pass off, but there was no means to go to seek a medical treatment. It was we are popularity, sir.
Okay.
It was we are popularity, sir. I went to Paka.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Puka.
Thank you, Puka.
Yeah, thank you for your points. Let's take this other person on the line here. Good morning. Good morning. 777-959-9590, 777-959-959-889-283-938. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, my name is Pona Riding. I'm calling from Johnson Street.
Let's hear you quickly, my brother.
Yeah, on the issue of our former president's statement, you know, sometimes when you are pushing a word, you try to vindicate yourself. Yeah, like the instance. Joe, we have said Paka was the only single enemy who he offered medical help to, and he was able to accept it. Everybody has sensible more effort to save life. So Paka was sensible enough to save life. And Joe made that statement on grounds that Joseph Paka once told Joe he's wicked. Before the June 7 protest, after he had gone to get medicated, everything. When he came back, when he was interviewing on his things, he said, Joe, we are wicked. And I had Joe, we respond to him after all that. So with the issue of, he has helped many people who were cases in this country, man, but we're monitoring radio, then we're reading newspaper. We saw $30,000 US sent to the phone information Joe, we are voicing, given to also where Kafan was also betting at that time. And we also many of them benefited as a way of helping them with tuition. We used to see that 2 buses were given to UL. And so on, nursing things. For parents, you are the station there. If you are helping with some humanitarian where I go there, I cry on you, and you hear my story, you didn't say any money for me. Then tomorrow I got in public, I say, Kear radio, I'm not doing anything for me. The journalist, everything got money. So tomorrow, it will be you. Okay. You want the people to know.
But who went on and said nothing the former president did for them?
What?
Did anyone say the former president never did anything?
When you say somebody is wicked, you are
okay. Okay. Yeah? All right. Thank you for your point.
Good morning.
Well noted.
Yeah, once you just be concise with your
to the point. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Obed.
Morning, Chief.
Thank you. This is Thomas and Sabo, member of the Concerned Librarian for Justice, and I'm phoning from Johnsonville.
Go ahead.
The former president said a lot of people hate him. Lawyers, the media, gurus. Plenty of people he paid that tuition and everything, but they hate him so much. What's your reaction to that?
Yes, thanks. You see, the former president George Weah is right, because the entire United Party government, they take George Weah to be their #1 enemy, and one of the person who they take to be a god and a hero is one of the success story of President George Weah, Joseph Human Braga. And let me tell Braga this.
President Braga, please. Hello. President Braga, please.
The father.
No, let's correct it first before you move on, or else we'll take another person.
Oh, Obed.
Yeah. I'm demanding you to say President Braga.
Let me make my point.
No, I want you to correct that one first before we move on, please.
We can.
Let's take another
Lincoln,
person.
Welcome.
Yeah, you can have disagreement, but let's put respect there, please.
Let's say Lincoln. Good morning.
My name is Lincoln T. Lincoln. I come from District 8. This time around, I represent
the United Party in the Electoral Bureau.
Okay.
No, I listened to former president. I think that was a misuse of statement at the particular function.
How they can misuse statement?
Yeah, misuse of statement at the particular function.
Okay, go ahead.
The occasion was just we were there to do application, the rebranding of the radio station, to reawaken the fan base, the political or base. Like my brother who called banner wedding, people that banner wedding, to rejuvenate the how they call it, the seriousness. But instead, the men went over there and started to jazz. And that was unfortunate on the part of.
It is normal for these politicians. They use one occasion.
I'm making my own point here.
No, I just want to reference other people that it's normal. They get use one occasion to say something. Do they have special occasion to throw jabs?
No, on a particular occasion, it was an occasion opening a radio station.
So,
first of all, the former president should have been should have told his supporter the reason why they are relocating Kiss FM and what would be the media coverage, what would be the frequency coverage.
You didn't say that?
But no, it is not his function to say so. The station got manager.
The man was only making statement. The station manager is there.
So this is why I said it was a misuse of particular function.
That's an opinion which we also appreciate.
The opening of a radio station that was not in place.
Okay.
On a very serious note.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
But do you think people hate Josh WEAH to that extent for which he had to open up?
Nobody hates Josh WEAH. Josh WEAH hate himself. You see a own shadow. That's all.
Thank you, Lincoln. Thank you. Good morning. This is Jefferson WEAH and OBED GIBAH.
Jefferson WEAH.
WEAH.
Patience.
Let's say you patience.
The more the concern I bring for justice. My brother, I was there yesterday. All one person we are saying, Allah, it prove it. You don't know what they say when you do good for somebody. The person turn their back on you and start criticizing. What will you do? You will say, hey, my brother.
Yeah.
You will say, hey, that's what the power said. When your other finger hurting you, you cut it off.
So which finger hurting?
Are we cutting things off now? Anyway, it's literally.
You say the former president, you say the former president, you say the hospital president, you say about you what Allah.
We don't know. We don't know.
You tell us, Patience.
If he had someone for that, you point him to be represented someone for that was nowhere. You were on a plane, he said it plain. The man meant to be somebody who against Allah. The less Solomon John. The post Solomon John here on main representative. It's there by on the world for every credit side to the on the ground Allah.
So patient, you also believe that yes, people hate him to that extent.
People hate the man so much. People for President Baka.
Thank you so much.
I was there yesterday. So journalists and the message help from journalists and the credit at Allah. We seen it.
Thank you, Patience.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's take Sekou for fun. Sekou, welcome.
Thank you, Patience. We have to hold you there.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning. And good morning to Obed. Liberia is a wonderful country.
Let's hear you. Why are you saying so?
Let me say, I want to hear people saying all things can be like Joe WEAH giving somebody to hospital.
Former President WEAH.
To hospital.
Former President WEAH, please.
I challenge anybody. Let it be the evidence. I'll be turning out to you evidence. Obey you get to the person.
If what?
But that was turning out US.
No, if what?
To say if George WEAH.
Former President WEAH, please.
Yes, no, me George WEAH single-handed.
Yeah, you Sekou for fun now. Sekou.
Yeah.
Say former president, we are too now.
Say
the title, Obey.
Yeah, okay, but then we'll cut you off. We got to give respect to our leaders.
For the sake of your platform, former president, we are. Yeah. But I want to say this. I want to say this. If far is Malaysia is that thing is okay. Now, yeah, so okay, yeah, he carried our president to the hospital at the time. About today, he taking salary today. Did everybody
that's his entitlement.
But that personal money. That what the law says.
Yeah, there's still money used on the man according to them. If that is happening, because anything happens to him, you don't know that stay with
you listen to Carrasco when he was in Magibi. He said he used to take the money envelope to the current president.
That's what I'm
10,000, 20,000, and you just name it.
Let me say that, I'm out of word this morning because let me say, Carrasco, for me, all they are the.
Carrasco say he used to carry the paper late,
Dala.
How you meant to know you were there?
If anybody be evident to you, I will give you $20.
Thank you, sir.
I will never call on your show again. That is lie. Is misleading. Is that truth?
How you want to say what?
Thank you, sir.
I say go what they want it. That lie is misleading.
Yeah,
It's false.
Morning.
Good morning, my son.
Morning, Masisi.
I agree.
Okay.
Masisi, the former. No, the man said that lie is misleading.
Your political leader, the former president, he said the people hate him. Do you believe that people hate your former leader, your political leader?
What I was talking about saying, they name patient for how you understand that?
The what?
Patient call names on the platform. Patient and get left your life.
So what?
For justice.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the gentleman has said they must bring evidence. Why they told us that they're going to pay this money back? I want you to ask him that question. Say you want evidence. Poster you're collecting money on social media in the diaspora. Why do you pay the money back for? I want you to call him by and ask him if I did the land.
I remember that quite rightly. They said they were collecting money to pay back the money President WEAH gave them. Yeah.
Thank you. And every slow said they call you to give you the money, right? Like you gave it to George. You don't hear that story yet?
Yeah.
But when you come on the platform with discussion, we come here to erect the checkpoint for you.
Tell me, Omar, you strong.
You strong.
Tell me. Today, Omar, tell me. We'll trust you. You read the necessary checkpoint. Get it there.
That the checkpoint, you really want to come on the show. So that's why you get better than this month.
Obviously, Master.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you.
So you want to share money and give it $20. Somebody bring it. Go for Bwaka or pay that money.
President Bwaka, please. President Bwaka.
Okay, President Bwaka. Our president, right?
Yes.
I would say.
Yes.
But you want to call President WEAH, but he's hard to say it. But me, I would say President Bwaka because he's the president now. For they were denying WEAH, he's not president for me. But so long, he's my president.
Yeah.
Okay. He over Liberia.
Yeah.
So I'm a minute. But to come and say you get my $20, I'm telling you now, let him go Google and call co-side. I will call him dependable nephew and dependable uncle. Then he goes and learn them. Let him go ask co-side. And be on platform and your party behind 2 hours on school network. They are criminal on school network. Yeah, let's go ask him.
Thank you, Masisi. Thank you, Masisi.
Masisi. We are for hating. People hating that too.
Okay.
Because when he did all of the things from America, they say you use the airport. Tell me now, you not hate that.
Masisi.
You hate it, now use the airport. You not hate that.
Masisi. We'll try hard to invite you and one of the Unity Party people in studio one day.
I can't walk.
Oh, okay. No, but we can count on you. We'll bring the radio to you for your sake.
Okay, no problem. If you get on me, I will accept it. I will say that my leg, they will do the talking.
No problem. We'll do that soon. We'll do that soon.
You must keep the chicken food.
Okay, wait.
Okay. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, name me where you call from.
Thank you. My name is Hussein.
Kear.
This is Hussein. Yeah, Hussein Kear. Thank you so kindly for the recognition.
Okay.
Yeah, I called this morning from around the Kear compound in Courtwell. So, first of all, I think there is a misstep in the former president's speech.
Okay.
And we ought to correct our leaders whenever they speak or make error in those public speech. And one of the responsibilities lies in the hands of the Christian Council, the Council of Churches. This is a man who did not sit in any theological class, not even understand theology, but he claims to be a pastor. He opened a church, used the pulpit to show political job as leaders, clergy in the country. And somebody said nothing wrong with it. There's a man who stands on the pulpit, but will not quote a verse in the Bible, but always preach politics on the pulpit. Nothing wrong with that. That is a normal stuff. That is a normal stuff.
Hussein,
yesterday
I'm coming.
Speaking.
No. I think he's trying to lay the basis.
I followed the program. I know where he spoke.
Okay.
But I just gave him instances of his men.
But is there a benchmark for who should become this? Is there a law that says you have to reach this level before you become a preacher man or a lecturer in the church or evangelist?
So the question you asked, I'm not a Christian. I don't dive into much of Christianity, but what I know,
yeah, no, you are holding the clergymen of the country responsible for somebody using their author to preach politics or so.
One thing you need to understand there, brother, all of the churches, right, have a body. That is
let's leave
the
right? theoretical aspect out of it. And you said there were missteps along the line, the former president's conversation. You care to outline the missteps?
Fine. First of all, as a clergyman, he claimed, the Bible says, whatever the right hand does, the left hand should not know about it. That's one. He got about mentioning that he had people who are his enemies. Some of them were sick, lying in a bed, dying, and extended hands to them, but they refused. Then he went back saying to the current president, he's an enemy, but he have a sense, when he extended kindness to him, he accepted and he took it to hospital. Is that how a clergy, forget about political side, is that how a clergy speak? You're asking a question. Is that how a clergy speak? What's the moral?
You're speaking as the standard bearer of the CDC.
No, he was not speaking as the standard bearer.
Okay.
What I know him to be a preacher man who stand on the pulpit.
Did they introduce you as a pastor yesterday?
So I know you want to play.
No, I'm asking you now.
Yes. So
okay.
So let me just end on this note.
Yeah, end on.
Former president, we are so. Let me just end on this note. He stay away from the media for quite a long. When you come in, people now you guys should be analyzing, right? The money will push economically or politically. But what he said, it does not even make any logic to the modern politics of our country.
Okay, thank you so much.
To be discussed.
Thank you.
Okay, Hussein,
thank you so much.
Thank you for your point.
Thank you, dear brother.
Yes, Hussein, thank you so much for your point. Let's take another
Hussein.
question. We have to.
Yeah. Let's take one.
Yeah, we need to wrap up.
Yeah, just one more call. We take. Yes, this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Let's hear you quickly.
I'm Kevin Nimin. I'm calling from Johnsonville.
Welcome, David.
Yeah. Thank you for your talking point. So though I'm not calling to counter your previous caller.
Yeah.
But I think that I should have nowhere that the former president George Weah have been to be a pastor. So that's not an argument.
Okay.
Secondly, there is no such place that anybody can or see that view. We see clergymen here using a pulpit to control the voters. We see it. Their pulpit, their religious space is using it to control their voters.
Okay.
So that's not an argument. On the issue of George Weah's statement, that is very obvious of in a normal human being. When people become ungrateful, and then their ungratefulness is not within them, it's not in private, it's into the public. And now said, so at the end of the day, everybody can have to defend himself. So, one person defending himself. Let him come and say no. He didn't do it, he lied. And that's what they see. George, we are in the habit of succeeding people and just coming up and saying it. So there are many people not doing it. But that's not, you don't come around and say it. But if some individual comes up and want to denigrate him in connection with what he has done for them, and they try to tell people that he's not of that character. Everybody wants to defend himself.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Let's take this final call here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Let's hear you.
Thank you. I'm more about citizen looking down bourgeois.
Okay.
No, let me say this. I 100% support Hussein statement. You know, sometimes we joke with ourselves in this country. So when everyone knows that George Weah is a clergyman. The Bible says someone who is a Christian, walk the Christian, speak the Christian, do things the Christian. Guess what? You stay in politics as a former president. In every occasion, I think there should be a way that you can engage the audience. But it's so surprised, frustrating to some of us that every time the former president takes the stage, it begins so embarrassing. Like you will say, like OBED, you say, giving now, President Weah salary it's by law. So yesterday, former vice president, it was not by law, but that Joseph Walker was entitled. And that was his entitlement.
Okay.
What if the president make it, he can give it, he can leave it.
Thank
but
you.
Everything that he did for him, it was his entitlement. It was not personal. President, we have personal money given to him.
Okay,
that
thank you.
He will say, people are jealous. People are hateful in the country. But anyway, who says Shabbat is running from?
Thank you. We can.
Tomorrow we'll talk other aspects of what the former president said. We'll start up the conversation with that. And we have to go. But tomorrow we're going to be talking about labor. Yeah, and so Josh will join us tomorrow. Josh Tangbe.
Yeah,
will join us on tomorrow as we go deep into it, 8:30 upwards. And so before 8:30 tomorrow, we'll extend this conversation with the former president and the current president, even though other people were inside the media, the lawyers, and other prominent individuals. You're not talking about that one. You're just making all of the former president and the current president conversation. But anyway, tomorrow we're going to be back here. My name is OBED GIBAH. Hope you had a wonderful time via this radio this morning. It's going to be interesting by the day. This is your independent platform. We owe no loyalty to any political institution or individual. We're squarely off for business, and so come and do business with us. Bring your announcement. We have an online TV. We can do a lot of programs, whether it's a wedding or funeral or wake or whatsoever, graduation, whatsoever. Come to us and we'll go live on our online platform and do business with us. You have no regret. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. My name is Jefferson WEAH. Again, have yourselves a blessed day from the Liberian capital, Monrovia.